PM Waters here, and welcome once again to Watercolors. Today, let's talk ponies, or more specifically, the franchise of My Little Pony. Created in 1983 by Hasbro, the toy line of My Little Pony is a simple premise. Girls like horses, so now when they ask their parents for a pony, they didn't have to get told no or have their parents spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get them one. The line was a massive success and has produced numerous TV shows over the years because of it, with the most recent one being such a cult phenomenon that it has gained a fan base way outside of its demographic. And yes, I do admit with the new show, well, I am a fan. It's hard not to see why, as this show has a good blend of humor, action, and good characterization. Plus there's the fact that 2 episodes of it had John Delancey, aka Q from Star Trek The Next Generation, doing the voice of a villain.
Chaos is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
However, that show is still on the air right now, so we're not going to talk about that one today. We're going to take a look back in 1984, before the ponies ever came to TV, at the first pilot special for it. Did this special work to get the series? Well, yes, but was it good enough to? Well, let's take a look at My Little Pony Rescue at Midnight Castle. Things start off as you might expect, with the ponies frolicking around and just being playful and... Wait a second, I recognize that waterfall. We're about to have a crossover with Rainbow Bright here, aren't we? Anyway, among this frolicking, we meet a few of the ponies that we'll be following later on. Twilight, the unicorn, Ember, this young pony, and the one that gets anything resembling a personality into this special, Firefly, played by Sandy Duncan. Go to Wikipedia and look up the name if you don't recognize it. So, Doe need something interesting to stay awake. Well, okay, that came out of nowhere, but it'll do. So yeah, out of nowhere at the start of this special, we get something that you might not expect, as a group of dragons called Stratodons dive in to attack and capture a few of the ponies at the command of this gargoyle thing named Scorpan, who warns them about his master.
You are all doomed. Soon every pony will belong to T-Rack, the master of Midnight Castle.
Though I probably shouldn't have told you that just in case you get the strange idea to come and fight against us. Huh. I wonder if Dracula knows his castle's being rented out. In the castle, we see that Scorpan has his own little worshipper that wants to be just like him, named Spike.
Listen, Scorpan, can I go with you next time, huh? Can I?
No, Spike.
I can slither really fast, Scorpan, really fast.
Not now, Spike. Not now.
Ah well, time to write the fanfiction of me and Scorpan getting married.
Scorpan meets with his master and...
We have captured 2 of the little ponies, master.
Have you forgotten something, Scorpan?
Holy crap, it's Victor Caroli! I didn't know he did a voice in this! What's that? You don't recognize the name? Well, even if you don't, I'm sure if I play this clip, you'll recognize who it is.
It is the year 2005. The treacherous Decepticons have conquered the Autobots' home planet of Cybertron.
Damn, I could just listen to that voice all day. Somebody has to get this guy to read books on tape. Even if they're just children's stories, that'll work.
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not.
But I digress. T-Rack here, staying in the shadows, is mad at Scorpan that his raid only managed to capture 2 ponies instead of the 4 he needs. What does he need them for? Well, I get to that. For now, we cut to a human girl. Jeez, as if the ponies didn't have enough to deal with, now they gotta deal with this freak of nature. This is Megan, our human character for the movie, and Firefly quickly arrives and decides to recruit her to help them against the evil demonic force that is attacking them. She gives her the reason on the way.
Hey, where are we going?
To help my friends. They need you.
Me? What can I do?
You're strong.
No, I'm not.
You can fight.
No, I can't.
Alright, it's because this is only a half-hour special and we needed to get things done quickly. Now just shut up and ride.
Well, now that she's in tow, we have some time to kill, so let's have a musical number.
They'll be dancing on air when they meet you. Dancing on air with glee. I doubt they'll
Come on, Megan. If you're gonna have a self-depreciating song, at least go for something like this.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Megan and Firefly arrive back at the castle. Yes, the ponies have a castle. And for some reason, the other ponies are not horrified at the two-legged abomination standing before them, but they don't get to enjoy her company too long before...
Fear the attack of all stock footage!
Great job there, Firefly, in picking out your savior. With Megan proving completely ineffectual to the outcome, Scorpan manages to snag himself 2 more of the ponies and departs. This infuriates Megan enough to take action.
Now come on, we'll save our friends. Somehow.
Friends? You just met like 3 minutes ago!
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Doom,
We learn why Tirek is wanting these ponies. They're to be transformed into monstrous beasts to pull his dark chariot in the sky. Why he needs these ponies to do it when he had the Stratodons, as anyone guessed. But there's another major flaw with this plan as well. Really, Tirek? How evil is this plan, really? I mean, yes, you are capturing creatures and turning them to dragons, but come on, man, do something evil!
And Scorpan, if by midnight I do not have a 4th pony, a head will roll. His.
I said evil, not something we're looking forward to. Back with our heroes, it's time to get a cliche scene out of the way as our group crosses a rickety bridge despite the concern this pony, Applejack, shows. And I'm sure nothing bad will happen in this scene at all.
Applejack!
That's strange. I don't remember anybody telling her to prepare to meet Kali in hell. Megan makes a dive to save Applejack, but they end up going too deep in the water and are taken into the mouth of this giant clam. And thus, Megan and Applejack are considered dead, and the rest of the crew goes to get revenge on them for what just happened there.
Shooby-doo, shoop-shoopy-doo. Call upon the sea ponies when you're in distress. Wow! Helpful as can be, ponies simply sing no less or less. If you find your cast adrift, you haven't got it all. Down upon the sea ponies, they'll see you to shore. Shooby-doo, shoop-shoopy-doo. Are you sinking fast? Had some nasty shots. Feeling like all hope is gone and washed up on the rocks. Washed up on the rocks. Shooby-doo, shoop-shoopy-doo. Call upon the sea ponies when you're in distress. Helpful as can be, ponies simply sing no less or less. If your rider rides a foul of seaweed secret, count upon the sea ponies, they'll see you. Yeah, sea ponies, simply sing no less or less. Sing no less or less. Sea ponies, simply sing no less or less. Sing no less or yes.
What the hell was that? Yeah, if you're not prepared for it, this scene will blindside you out of nowhere. A special that, for the most part, has been taking itself rather calm and serious, even counting the Megan and Firefly song earlier, and then wham! You get blasted with this underwater stage show number out of nowhere, with the only purpose being getting Megan and Applejack out of the water and giving them a special call for later. But you want to know something that's kind of funny? Out of the hero side of things, that's probably the most interesting thing to happen on their side. Moving on, we finally get to where our heroes are heading, going through a secret area in the forest and... Oh, wait a second. Did I accidentally switch over to the Smurfs all of a sudden? When they arrive, they come across this guy named the Mochik, who gives some exposition.
T-Rex going to force your friends to bring in the night that never ends.
How can he be stopped?
Ah, somebody's got to sneak into his castle and swipe his rainbow of darkness.
Oh, Tony Randall, did you have any dignity left at this point?
Somewhere there's a little piece of rainbow. I saved it for a rainy day.
I'd take that as a no. By the way, we already had the Sea Pony song. I'm gonna set the record straight for you, you're only second rate compared to that.
Basically, he gives this group, or rather Megan, a special rainbow that can apparently counteract T-Rex's rainbow of darkness that he used earlier in the special.
Okay, seriously, who keeps giving out rainbows for free like this? We saw how destructive they were in Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer, and now you're giving another little girl one? Somebody has to put some type of regulations on these things.
Our heroes arrive, and with the help of the Sea Ponies, they find a way inside of Midnight Castle. At the same time, T-Rex is doing what he's been doing all special this far, bitching at Scorpan for not getting the job done right.
Again, if by midnight my chariot does not roll, the head of your little friend will, well... Ah, excellent. But as for you, Scorpan, you... Scorpan! Scorpan!
Gee, throughout this entire special, you've both berated him and threatened the life of his little friend there, and you expect him to still side with you?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life!
While Scorpan finishes up his mutiny, Megan and the ponies finally find their way to the center of the castle, just in time for T-Rex to capture them and transform Applejack into one of his new dragons.
Okay, remind me again why Megan was needed?
You're strong. No, I'm not. You can fight. No, I can't.
Yeah, Firefly, maybe you should have listened to her self-depreciation song.
Thankfully, with Scorpan doing a face turn here, he's able to lead the charge out of the castle for our group, proving that he is the actual true chosen hero in my eyes. They manage to get outside, but so does T-Rex.
Okay, I'll admit, that was pretty badass.
Well, since we're approaching the end here, let's get to an action scene finally, as the various ponies go to get the Rainbow of Darkness, seriously, that stuff's a dumb name for it, away from T-Rex. And Bowtie catches the fumble from T-Rex, but she's cornered by his line. No, a nice pass to Twilight, who is heading for the safe zone, but she's cornered. Oh, a teleport move. Is that even in the rules of this game? Twilight with a pass to Firefly, and she needs nothing but Sky. She could go all the way!
The game is over, little ponies.
Well, that could have gone better, couldn't it?
The power is mine!
Stop right there, T-Rex. I had enough complaints back in my Lorax review when I used the Captain Planet song. I don't need you referencing it as well.
Megan finally remembers that little weapon she got earlier, and we finally get the chance to see what it does.
Not doing anything. Maybe the Moo Chick was wrong.
Behold the power of darkness!
A rainbow! Let's go!
Girls, I think you need to take a quote from a famous robot friend of mine.
Well, we're boned.
Oh, of course they're not. Despite that whole 3 seconds of total despair there, the rainbow fights through T-Rex's Rainbow of Darkness, completely obliterating him in the process.
Again, rainbows need to be regulated. That's why I'm putting my foot down. We need a National Rifle Association of sorts for rainbows. Otherwise, we could have a scene like this happen.
So yeah, the rainbow destroys T-Rex and transforms all the beasts back into their original forms, including Scorpan, who...
Scorpan! What's happening? He's really a prince.
T-Rex turned me into Scorpan when he took over my kingdom.
Wait, what?
Aren't you gonna change back to what you were? Not me. I've always been a baby dragon.
No. Get off of them. You're gonna tell me that throughout this whole special we had no indication that there was any kind of royalty here except for a castle, which they never explained, I admit, and then all of a sudden you're gonna have Scorpan, a villain with some heroic motives, turn into a prince? Nah, you have to explain these things. Is it any wonder nobody remembers this special or the TV show that followed it?
Alright, in all fairness, like Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer, this special wasn't entirely bad per se, and it did have an awesome looking and sounding villain in T-Rex, even if he didn't do much. But in the end, one of the major problems in it was how unmemorable our lead characters were. Save for Firefly, all the ponies had interchangeable personalities, Megan was just a blank slate, and the most interesting to happen as far as the heroes were concerned was the sea ponies. My suggestion, if you're gonna watch something with My Little Ponies in it, stick with the newest TV show, Friendship is Magic. Yes, it's still based on the same type of toys, but as I said, the show itself is rather well thought out, well written, and worth your time.
Well, that's it for me today, so if you excuse me, the Sea Ponies have offered to take me water skiing. Shooby-doo, shooby-doo, everybody.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
I'm picking Valentine, 'cause on the morning line, the guy's got him figured at 5 to 9.
But make it FS10, he wins it by a half, according to this here in the Telegraph.
For Paul Revere I'll bite, I hear his foot's all right. Of course it all depends if it's red last night.
I know it's...
Applesauce, anyone?